When we talk about calligraphy nibs, we often talk about the concept of flex. And I think that that can be a pretty tough concept to understand if you haven't done a lot of calligraphy or you haven't tried a lot of nibs. So in this video, I want to compare two nibs. This is the medium flex Nico G nib, which I think is the best nib for beginners. And then this is the very high flex Brause nib, which I think can be difficult for beginners. So first I want to show you what happens when you exert the same amount of pressure on both of these nibs. You can see that I'm exerting the same amount of pressure here, but the Nico G, the tines stay fairly close together, and the Brause tines just splay apart. So if we write with these two, what I want to show you is the Nico G is going to be really patient with you as you're working out the kinks of your calligraphy. So let's say I'm writing and I'm holding my pen too high here. Really, it should be down here. But I have it up here, which is what a lot of beginners do. And you can see that as I'm writing, even though my pen is being held up very high, it's tolerating what I'm doing here. And it is writing, and it does look pretty good. So that's why this nib is nice, because if you're not using it perfectly, it's still going to give you some results, which keeps you moving forward, keeps you practicing, and then, you figure out, oh, okay, it's better to hold my pen down here, and then you get to write with even easier, better results. And if you exert more pressure on one tine of the nib versus the other, so again, the tines are those two parts that you saw splitting apart. Sometimes the nib is not even really going to respond to that. It will continue to write, as we discussed. So I'm exerting more pressure on the left tine here, and the pen is still writing. So that's why I think it's a really, really good beginner calligraphy nib, because even if you make those common mistakes, it will accommodate you and you're going to be encouraged to keep going. Now, I want to contrast that with the Brause nib. This nib has a lot of nuances. So basically, you have to be very gentle when you're writing with it. You have to have a very light touch, because if you exert too much pressure, these tines splay out very far apart and you can get some railroading. So when you write with it, the proper way to write with it is, again, very light touch, even on the downstrokes. You maintain a light touch. Whereas with the Nico G, you can really exert any amount of pressure that you want to. Now I want to show you what it would be like writing with this pen as a typical beginner. So if we are writing up high, like we were with the Nico G, you can see that my tines splay out too far apart, and then I get some railroading, which is what it's called when each tine works independently, and then you get those two lines. Now, if you exert more pressure to one side of the nib versus the other, the pen isn't even going to write, because these tines splay apart and it won't write. So you can see how that could be discouraging if you were a beginner. So that's why I always recommend starting with the Nico G nib. I know that it's a nib that's not going to be for everyone, but for the vast majority of people, it's going to be the best choice to start off with. So I would encourage you to try it and see what you think. And after you master this nib, then you can move on to more flexible nibs like this one.